Well, good morning, everybody. So here we're reading through 1 Corinthians 4, no, I believe it's 5, 6, 7, 8. I think yesterday was 1, 2, 3, 4. Today's 5, 6, 7, 8. I just finished reading it. Can't remember the numbers. Numbers and I just don't get along. Anyway, where Paul yesterday just finished talking about living by the Spirit, living by our seen by our spiritual eyes, and not by the eyes of our flesh, not by our natural eyes, but our spiritual eyes, and that's been given to us. We can do that. It takes some training. It takes a bit of effort. You got to get used to it, but you can, and that's been given to us. People think it's natural. It's not natural. You've got to learn. You've got to learn to hear the voice of God. You've got to learn to see as He sees. He's given us that capacity, but we have to train ourselves in it. So Paul's saying we can't live by the wisdom of this world. We have to live by God's wisdom, and we've been given the mind of Christ. So we have that capacity. And then he launches into answering a series of questions that have been given to him in this report from Corinth. And Paul's received news that the church is allowing certain things to take place, and then they have questions concerning certain things. And Paul uses this as an opportunity to demonstrate addressing things by this wisdom, by seeing things not as the world sees it. And we can say it's by God's standards, but then you're getting into law and rules and stuff, and it is from a root of love. Not all the principles are God are equal, created equal. We have the example of these three remain: faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. So faith is truth, hope is truth, and love is truth, but the greatest truth of these is love, and the others really come from this greater truth. It's precept upon precept of what we're talking about. So here we have to be careful here, because we need the full counsel of the word, and Paul isn't dealing with every detail of everything here. He's just dealing with some situations, and all of it you should hear the heart of God, where Paul is saying it is for the benefit of people. It's for the benefit of people. It is better for you to face injustice and not get justice. Let the other person get away with it in order not to destroy your witness before the world. He talks about it's better for me to deny myself than to ruin my relationship with a brother or sister, or to cause them to stumble or to fall. So this is the sense of it. And so when he's talking about we don't I love it when he says, I told you not to associate with sexually immoral people, but I'm not talking about people outside of the church. Man, if you did that, you'd have nobody to hang out with, nobody to minister to, and that's an important point. But he's saying here that we're given to judge inside the church, but there you have to start bringing in the full counsel of the word, and other things that Paul's written, and other things that are written, and what Jesus said and taught, and you have to bring it all in, and you got to understand here that we're given judgment or discernment, if you want to use that, of the truth. What is the truth of a situation? So that we know how to help that person, how to pray for them, how to build them up, how to call them out of that thing that they're involved with, to come into the fullness of Christ. It's not to kill people. It's not to destroy people. It's not to beat them up. It's to help them. It's to help them. In that one case, Paul is talking about the sexual immorality that they've allowed to exist in the church. And he says, he basically saying, if they don't respond to you, if they don't respond to the correction that needs to come in there, then hand them over to Satan. And in other words, what he's talking about is you remove them from the assembly. Hopefully they'll come to their senses. And when a person is is decided that that is the course that they're going to take. The church has to look what is best for that situation, and they want to use the wisdom of God in that situation. It's not for us to use a machine gun and just use our judgment to mow people down. That's not what it's for. So anyway, I don't want to belabor this. I just wanted to bring that up for you so that you can understand. The big thing here is that we're here for people. We're here to love people. We're here to build them up. We're not here to let them be promiscuous. We're not here to let them get away with stuff. We're here to call them out of those things and to see them come into the fullness of Christ in love, always from that root of love, and using the wisdom of God, not using. I mean, we use our own judgments as an excuse, and we say it's God, but quite often we'll see there's a lack of love, and where there's a lack of love in something, that means that God's not in that. So something for you to keep in mind. You have a wonderful, blessed, and incredible day, and good looking forward to good reports. God bless.